All right, guys, we are here at Neutron Alloys. We've got Scott here, and we're doing the restoration on the Lotus, right? So one of the main key points to that is taking care of the wheels. And guys, I've done a lot of work with, in the US, detailing cars and getting wheels repaired. This is a 100% completely different process to what I'm used to in the US, because those are, I don't want to say abandoned because it's still a great process, but this is taking the whole thing down to bare and bringing them back to brand new. So if you can give us a little bit of information just about the company, how long you've been in business here, and then we'll walk through the process of how to do it.
Sure. Well, I started doing wheels in 2000.
2000, okay.
Pretty much started off in my dad's garage, single garage, just wet painting the wheels. I was nothing like what I'm doing at the moment.
Yeah.
And then it sort of grew from there, and we found we had to get premises because we were getting too busy. So we moved to a little premises in Purton, which we were there for about 2 years. No, probably longer than that, probably about 4 years. Then moved to another site in 2008. We were there till 2024, and then we moved in here 2024 till now.
Very nice. Did you guys buy this building, or is it a lease still? Or
we lease.
We lease. Okay,
building,
gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Very good. Yeah. So again, the whole production line back there is incredible. How many wheels are you doing on a weekly basis?
Weekly, we're doing about 250 to 300 wheels a week.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy. So process from start to finish. So on the Lotus, right, that got brought in here, wheels off. So currently the car is up in the air getting the undercoating done.
Right.
So we bring the wheels in.
We brought the wheels in. So what we've done is we took the wheels from yourselves, and we then took the tyres off. We stamped them with a code, so we know which wheels are whose, because we have so many in here. We also put a date code on, so we know what month and what year we did them. And then that process, then we put them on a balancer to check for straightens.
Sure.
And any cracks that the wheel might have. And then what we do is put them in, after that's been done, we will let the customer know. Then we put them in the strip tanks to take the coating off. Then they go into a blaster, which takes any corrosion off and cleans the wheels ready for painting.
Yeah.
Then we'll prep them, which will take any sort of minor damage off the outside edges. We'll TIG weld them if it's too deep, just to build it back up.
To build it back up. So that's one thing, like within the US, they're constantly just grinding it down to get it back to smooth.
Yeah.
So you guys can actually rebuild that surface.
We can, yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah. And from that process, once they've been prepped, we put them on our paint line, which you'll probably see later in the video, where they go around on a conveyor belt and get coated in the powder, wet painted to get the right colour, and then lacquered.
So when you say, just for my clarification, when you say powder versus wet paint.
So the powder, we use the powder as a primer.
Okay.
So instead of a wet primer, we use a powder coat primer.
Okay.
Which gives it a nice sort of thickness, and it's a lot easier to apply, I find.
Okay.
And then from there we can put the wet paint on to get the correct colour. Of course, a lot of powders don't come in the correct colour.
In the correct colour.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. So, like for instance, what do you know what that color is called?
So that's Himalayan grey.
Himalayan grey.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what's going to be going on to the Lotus wheels as well.
Yeah.
Very good. Okay, so and then even on the a two-tone wheel, right?
Yeah.
You guys even have a CNC machine back there to break all that down. So you do the powder coating first.
You do the powder
and
coating
then
first.
Remove.
Wet paint it to get the correct colour.
Okay.
Bake it so the colour's dry.
Yep.
Then we go and machine it on the
Gotcha.
CNC.
So then that removes the spots that need to be removed.
That's correct.
And then final.
And then once it's all been CNC machined, we'll clean it, deburr it, take all the sharp edges off.
Yep.
And it goes back on the paint line to be lacquered.
Gotcha.
And it'll be a powder lacquer we use. We do use wet lacquer, but that's usually on top of a powder lacquer.
Okay.
It's mainly for the satin wheels and matte wheels.
Okay, gotcha. And again, for custom colors, like there's basically 3 color bases that you use typically.
Pretty much.
For the most part.
That's the most we use. We use like a grey powder for silvers. We use an anthracite powder for different shades of anthracite, like a gunmetal sort of colour. And then black. We still paint the wheels black after we powder them, but just to give it a nicer coat.
Gotcha. Okay.
And then in some colours are metallic blacks, and they've got all different colours in the blacks.
Gotcha. Can I ask, on just again, from my knowledge, on wheels that are bent or cracked, is there ever a point where they're too far gone where it's like, okay.
Yeah. Sometimes we get a wheel in and it looks buckled, and it is buckled, but you put it on the balancer and it's not just the back face that's sort of moving, the whole wheel's sort of doing this.
Floating around on
and you
its own.
can't, they're too strong to bend. Well, we wouldn't want to put any sort of strain on the spokes.
Yeah, essentially where you maybe could bend it back to straight, but then
You
the integrity of the...
potentially could, but and some companies will, but
Really?
we wouldn't want to.
Okay.
We wouldn't want to do that.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, the liability there is
yeah.
way too high.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Yeah, so what we're going to do now, guys, I mean, I'll definitely, there's probably been B-roll footage in here as well, but I'll give you a walk-around tour of each kind of little process throughout the whole thing, because, again, it goes from section to section for the whole process to get done and come out, again, looking brand new, perfect wheels. What is the process? Obviously, we're in the UK. It's completely different than what the US is, but like, what is typically the cost? Is it dependent on?
It is dependent on the wheel size, the finish.
Okay. Yep.
So it can range from about 60 pounds up to about 160 pounds.
Okay, but it starts at 60. That's like, that seems,
Yeah.
for how inclusive that whole process is.
Yeah.
That's not bad at all.
No, it's reasonable.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Beautiful. Anything else you want to throw in? So, again, the company is called Neutron Alloys. If you're in the UK, obviously, check them out, because I think that, I mean, I'm blown away. I've never seen a facility like this doing wheel refurbishment and things like that, and it's very, very impressive. It's really cool to see what you've built here.
Thanks very much.
Yeah, absolutely. Scott,
Cheers.
thank you so much, man.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Good stuff.
All right, guys, so we just picked up the wheels from Neutron Alloys. Right now we're back to Rust Tech. We're gonna go see the completed project of the undercarriage, the undercoating of the car.